each stage technically has has random objectives. Every single stage has random objectives. And again, I think there's maybe like 10 stages. Yeah, maybe like 10 stages. And it's just a matter of keep doing things until April tells you she's found like the guy you're looking for. As a matter of fact, I can count them up. Let's see. There's Bebop, Rocksteady, Karai, Armagon, Wingnut, Flash. That's 6. There's 8 stages. Yeah, there's 8 stages. 8 stages. Because I remember looking it up earlier. There are only 8 stages. Each stage, you know what? That's a lie. Each stage doesn't have like random objectives because the last stage it doesn't. The last stage is just ride the elevator up and fight Shredder. That's it. Like, not to mention, 2 of the stages both take place. Actually, that's a lie. Two sets of stages take place in the same place. 2 stages take place in the sewer. And 2 stages take place in like a little like residential area. Now the game tried to like I know they did this. I know they tried to sell it as like a sandbox. It's not a sandbox. Each stage just loads up and there's like the area you get to run around in, but it's not a sandbox. It's a bunch of little bitty sandboxes, I guess you call it. You could call it that.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you just kind of do stuff, and it made the same stupid choices that Battleborn made, where like the thing is they want you to level up like your player rank goes up. Like yeah, your player rank goes up, but the problem is like the upgrades you get don't last for the next level. So like as the stages go on, you're supposed to you can sorry, trying to play and talk at the same time, guys.
Yeah.
As the stages go on, you can as the stage itself goes on, sorry, you get more health. So basically, for each there's 4 chunks to a health pizza because that's what they are. That's what they are. We all know this. It's a Turtles game, of course. Pizza is the health. Just it's expected at this point.
We can take them all out with this.
So you slowly build up a slice to increase your overall health. And instead of like, oh well, you've earned like this much health, so like you take it into the next stage. No, that's not what happens. What happens is at the end of every stage, like after you're ranked and everything, it just moves the fuck on.
Hmm.
So no matter how hard the last stage was, no matter how hard the last stage was, and no matter how many like how many points of health you had, it all resets in the next stage.
Hmm.
And like again, I thought that was dumb in Battleborn and dumb here. And the reason it's dumb is because it feels counterintuitive. Like it feels like one of those. It makes you think like, well, what is my object? Like, what is my reasoning for giving a fuck? Like, there's no real way to level up. Like, there's not. So, in the online settings, they give you the option to decide like whether or not, like, why are you playing online today? Oh well, I'm playing online because I wanna
Do stuff and the
I'm
stuff
playing
and
online.
stuff.
Right, I'm leveling up. I was like, okay. So whew,
Spiders are freaking
it's
Sounds like she was quite a letdown.
Again, like me and Fifth are like just this. Ooh, shit. Me and Fifth are playing it because we have it. Like I wanted the game, I did. Even and McGillicuddy told me straight up, like, you're the only person I know that would buy a game that he's not gonna like. And I told him, yes, I know. And I told Fifth, like, before we started playing, I was like, I'm not gonna like this. He's like, I'm just trying to go into it with like an open mind. I was like, yeah, you do that. This game's gonna suck.
Damn, man, it
And
did.
the sad part is, if you played and beat Metal Gear Revengeance, I think you'd end up having the same outcome, like the same like opinion of Metal Gear Revengeance. You get to the end and be like, that's it, because Fifth said, like, when it comes to platinum, this is why people buy their games. It's like it doesn't matter who or like what IP they're working with. Every time they make a game, it's the same. It's all about parrying, light, and heavy attacks. And woo! Like, one of the biggest, like, there's so many gripes I have about this game. And I'm tempted, like, to make a video on it. But,
Yeah.
one of the biggest gripes is just the combat. Like, they're going out of their way to make the combat hard, but the combat's not hard. The enemies just hit really, really, really hard, and you do very little damage. There are little. It's kind of got these RPG elements where you can add, like, your turtles can carry charms or have like these like they have what they call ninjutsu moves, because I don't know what the fuck that means. It's a U, not an I. It's not ninjutsu. It's ninjutsu, and it's more like your super moves. And the super moves have cooldowns. Because Rahul has been here.
Got him. We meet again.
Oh no, he was actually there, because the game has collectibles. The collectibles are the IDW TMNT, the IDW TMNT comic book covers. Every stage has these little white gems that represent collectibles. The gems are in the same place in every stage. Why are they in the same place in every stage? Because you can pick them up multiple times. Why would you pick up the same thing multiple times? Because it's not guaranteed to be the same collectible every time you pick it up.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Orang Jesus.
So yes, you literally can. As a matter of fact, I know I have, because I've already gotten over half the collectibles. So there's no way to know when you've gotten a collectible. So I've gotten over half already, and I told you how long I've been playing. I've only played, well, that's a lie. Me and Fifth got through a certain part. Like, we got to a certain part. I think we played 5 stages, like, in one day. And we played those together. And he told me that he played by himself. And he said it's not as bad by yourself, because the biggest flaw with this game is the fact that all the turtles are on the screen at once.
So even the ones that you don't
have,
play
like,
with, they're all there.
Right. Well, they're playing as AI. They're AI. So the problem with that is simply there's a fuckload going on at once. And I do mean a fuckload going on all at once. So the other turtles are attacking things. The enemies are attacking other turtles. And the game is based on this the concept of what is it called? It's based on like parrying. So every enemy like telegraphs its attacks, so you know when to parry. Kinda. It just lets you know that I'm going to be attacking sometime in the near future, as long as my ass doesn't itch and I choose not to. More or less. So if I'm playing and you're playing and Mark's playing and Dice is playing, we're all playing together. We'd all see the enemy's tail that he's about to attack. Problem with that is only one of us can parry it at once. And when you parry in this game, what ends up happening is you just jump on the enemy's back and you get like a couple of free licks. That's it. The amount of damage you do is laughable. Every single time.
Golly.
So there's no real like, oh yeah, I'm fucking him up. Oh yeah, I'm fucking him up. I'm fucking him up. No, you're kind of not. Because instead of like, I imagine it's a matter of like, it's meant to seem intimidating. But some enemies, some bosses rather, have insane amounts of health. And when I say insane amounts of health, I mean they have freaking like 7 health bars. Like on medium, most bosses have 7 health bars. 7. Which wouldn't be so bad if it was like, well, it's 7 health bars. It seem like a lot, but it's not really a lot. No, it's a lot. Because there's a lot of health in every bar.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You spend about 5 minutes on one boss.
Yeah, 7's a lot.
And like, I think on easy it's 5. So that's the only difference. On easy it's like, yeah, 5 health bars instead.
Where is it? What the hell is the turny thingy?
I don't know, but we gonna need that turny thingy.
Here's this one.
Okay.
My dude, you
Oh,
can't
shoot,
win.
chill.
You got wrecked. So, yeah, 7 health bars. Now, the way it seems is like they want you to keep. I still don't understand that. I don't understand the idea of simply being. I just want you to keep playing the game over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Why do you hate me so much? It's like, I'm not gonna play the same 7 stages. As a matter of fact, it's not even the same 7 stages. It's the same 6. Because stage 7 I really don't count. And then stage 8. Like, stage 8 is Shredder. There are no enemies there. There's no real reason to play that to level up. I still haven't noticed a difference in, like, the turtles don't get stronger. They don't, like, do more damage. Unless you have a thing that applies to them that makes them do more damage. And they don't gain more health. They only gain health by the number of enemies they've killed throughout the stage. And again, it's a finite amount of enemies before you, like, because it, more or less, you know, like in Infamous, if you want to do an objective,
Hashtag much
go to
appreciated.
the objective.
Go ahead.
if you want to do the objective, you go to the objective. Well, in this game, again, small areas. If you run into the objective starts.
Right,
So say
right.
you just want to hang around and beat stuff up and level up. You can't, because there's a good chance you're just gonna run into enemies. And in the few places where like you actually have to do something to progress, the enemies eventually stop coming. Like I want, like Fifth said, he has fun with it, but he says he has fun for all the wrong reasons.
Okay.
And I think that's because he knows, hey, whoever walked into the chat or into the stream was crack-a-lacking. Go on, say something. Say what?
Oh, hey, hey. Oh, shoot.
I think he enjoys it because I hate it so much. He's just watching my pain and he loves it.
He licks your tears.
Oh shit, they're coming. It's not a bad. You know, the sad part is the combat is actually quite fun. If they had another thing that they did that I still don't get, like the dodge and parry button are the same button. Instead of, because it's like, it's not a fixed camera. It's kind of like I guess you say Resident Evil, like this. Like, you know, it's right behind you, but you can move the camera. So the dodge button is well, for me it's R1. There's a stamina bar to the dodge meter. So if you dodge too many times in like quick succession, your turtle becomes dizzy, and you're just gonna stand there for a couple seconds. It's like, I know every game can't be God of War. I know this. I know every game can't be God of War. But when it comes to something like this, had y'all just copied, if y'all had just gave that game to Sony Santa Monica, if y'all had just given that game to fucking, I can't really think of a game developer. THQ is defunct. Fuck.
Man, totally.
You know what?
Totally.
Y'all could have gave it to 2K, and I think they still would have done a good game. Because 2K did put together BioShock, or at least they published BioShock. So I feel like y'all could have given that game to nearly any other gaming company, any other development company, and it wouldn't have sucked. Huh? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss
like,
THQ, by the way. I do. If THQ
like,
was still around, we'll still have good wrestling games.
You like Street Fighter. I know you love Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say Capcom decides to make other fighting games, but they all play exactly like Street Fighter.
That'd be weird.
Like, let's say, well, we have this freaking Power Ranger game that we want, Power Ranger fighting game. It'll be fun. We're gonna give it to Capcom. It's Street Fighter with Power Ranger characters. We have this Cartoon Network fighting game that we want to put together. We think it'll be really cute for the kids and stuff. Capcom's gonna design it. It's Street Fighter with cartoon characters. That's what Platinum Games does. All of the games that they develop, just exactly the same. Oh my gosh! If Tech 9 did the same track for every album, I don't mean he has a very specific track that's on all the albums. I mean, one full album is the same kind of song back to back to back for an hour and a half. And then his next 3 albums are the exact same thing. How do you get by doing the same shit? Why are people still going to Platinum Games and saying, hey, we want you to develop our game? You know what? No, I don't want you to develop a game for me. And I'm going to tell you why. You have no vision whatsoever. You have no concept. You are so afraid to move outside of what you're good at that you're never going to grow. Ever. You're never going to grow as a company. Somebody there has to decide, like, you know what? We've done this 7 times already. Maybe it's time to move on. I mean, you could look, a kid might want to eat pizza and ice cream every day for dinner, but eventually, after having some very painful shits and a stomach ache every night, he's gonna be like, you know what? Can I get some broccoli over here? Can a brother get some broccoli? Like, that's like, I still think that, like, I don't care. It's not about feelings. It's not about being good or bad at a game. It's just simply the idea that y'all have literally just done the same shit over and over. The fact that y'all fucked up a Metal Gear game, y'all made Metal Gear Revengeance what it was. Y'all are most likely the reason nobody wants to play Star Fox Zero. Because all of your games are exactly the same. Like, you have a crowd of people, you have a fan base that is so minuscule. Like, yes, you have a very tight fan base who likes that very specific type of gameplay, but the point isn't to just make a game for those people. You don't take an IP, somebody else's original IP, and then just cram it into your thing. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, if you want to do that, fine, make your own IP. If y'all made your own original characters, your own original game and storyline, and this is how that game plays, and you just make a series of games like that, then that makes sense. It's fine. But when Nickelodeon or like freaking Konami come to you and like, hey, we want you to make a game, and you're like, I got a great idea. It's just this shit that we've done 5 times already because it's what we know how to do.